Have we actually had some wins lately, tribe? Have we actually had some wins? I know I haven't done a video in a couple of days. I'll have to apologize to everybody at home. It's because I was away with work in the wonderful, wonderful English countryside of Leicester. That's right. I've been away for a couple of days, but now I am back and I have missed some things. Most importantly of which, I missed doing proving grounds on my alt for the first time and I really wanted to do it. But we have had some wins and I want to talk to you about them today. Absolutely fantastic. First and foremost, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Dark Decimation, the era battle, returning in just a few short hours, or it might already be live if you're watching at home at the minute, which is great for those of you that are able to engage in multiple of those tiers. We are currently in the process of going through the current era. We are currently, of course, going through the Velsartha week, fortnight, a period where we've got the error challenge. We've finished off her marquee, and this is where we have seen some positive changes. Now, I don't know if you recall, but we did have a data mine not so long ago that was suggesting that we were having multiple tiers of different challenges that were really going to actually be a detriment to almost every player, because we would be unable to finish all of those if you followed a standard free-to-play route. I did a video on that at the time. In this new setup, it is a little bit different. We've still got the same tier. We have got multiple feats, but look at it. Win a battle with Velsartha present at error level 21, 15, 13, and 11. But if you look at the total rewards, 10, 20, 30, 40, that's the same as what we get previously for if we just did it here. See, I did say that. I did. And the great thing is, the good positive change that we've seen is that they have actually just done away with that silly little concept. And I did speak to Meathead directly about this, and he did give me some assurances that it would be corrected, which is great, and it's positive to see that they have actually been corrected. Now, do I have a whole lot of faith that these feats are never going to change? Absolutely not. To be honest, if we still had this 80 and they had those other tiers where, you know, you could beat it at error level 27 and error level 29 and error level 31, or whatever they want to do for these feats, but they just added additional error currency instead of trying to basically undercut what we currently get, I would actually be okay with it. What would I like to see? I would like to see some of these feats actually be, one, doable no matter what, make it an actual challenge, and the challenge isn't, hey, throw your wallet at the screen, you know, the smell of melting plastic as you're furiously swiping a credit card to try and buy additional materials to error level your units. I want to see a little bit of flavor, a little bit of context, a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of puzzle, a little bit woo, a little bit wild, a little bit, you know what I mean? I bet nobody will get that reference in the chat. If you do, you win a cookie, all right? But hey, at least this is, for now, a win, right? We've managed to sidestep the inevitable, let's just, you know, slowly erode the value that people get when they stay free to play. So that is a positive win. Happy about that. Now, we did have another win that CG did say that they would correct, and I don't know if you recall, you probably do. About 2 weeks ago, when we were in territory battles, people were failing the Braca special mission left and right because something got funky with the coding for Imperial Probe Droid. He started critting when he was doing his explosions. Apparently he was exploding multiple times. I still haven't seen any proof of that actually happening. People tell me, and I trust you when you tell me, but in order for me to go to CG and say, hey, I found this problem, can we, you know, maybe get something done about it? Here's all the evidence that we can see of stuff happening. It helps them narrow it down to fix it, right? Still didn't see any of that, but it looks like the course has been corrected. We are now at 38 successful attempts out of the 30 needed. Having dropped 4, I'm still surprised that we've dropped 4, to be honest. It's not a difficult combat mission, special mission. If you are struggling with it, though, I do have a fantastic guide. Top left corner, ladies and gentlemen, please do click that button. Clickety-clack, microchips, you know what I'm saying? So that's really great as well. IPD, in territory battles does seem to have been fixed. So today it does look like it is the day of fixes for us, ladies and gentlemen, which is rather nice to see. But just give me one brief moment of your time, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to be hosting a giveaway. That is right, a giveaway next week. We are going to have a brand new marquee hit, the Holotables, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. On Tuesday, we should be getting Cint Caz into the game, and I would like to give you the opportunity to win yourself a free 5-pull of the marquee packs. If you don't know what that is, going into the store every time we get a new marquee, we do get marquee packs. I can't see them right now. Maybe it's because we're not in a marquee era, but essentially there are a 5-pack pull that you can get that costs about 6,000 crystals. It gives you 5 attempts at pulling anywhere between 5 shards and 330 shards, getting you all the way to 7 stars. I've got 5 people that are going to be lucky winners for that. Now, what do you need to do in order to enter this prize draw? Very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, subscribe to the channel. Click the button. Subscribe to the channel. I will be checking. Secondly, like the video if you could, please, ladies and gentlemen. And thirdly, I would like you to leave your ally code in the comment section down below. I will be dragging all of those ally codes out of that comment section, and we will be hosting a giveaway the day before the marquee. That's right, on Monday I will be announcing winners, and hopefully on Tuesday you will be receiving your rewards. So please, ladies and gentlemen, head down to the comment section. Make sure you are subscribed, like the video, and enter into the comment section your ally code, and I will be announcing winners on Monday. Good luck, each and every one of you. Not only that, it does look like we've had some sort of video actually downloaded, and this is talking about, when we did that last video, I did notice that there was the string of text that talks about, the light and the dark and, typical Star Wars-esque related stuff. It looks like they have designed a new video to go in for the game, which is sort of combining parts of old promotional materials, but this is new. As far as I'm aware, this is new. It's got BAM, it's got the Razor Crest, look, it's got Colosseum with, for some reason, Maul and a B1, then it's got Snips and Ahsoka. She's obviously saying something, but there is absolutely no audio in this file right now, but it has obviously been prepped. So that sort of goes back to reinforce that activity that I was telling you, that CG seems to be spending a whole lot of focus on the early game experience, trying to draw in new players and retain them. Get them on that little mouse spending wheel, Maybe it's not a little mouse spending wheel, it's more like a giant whale swimming pool. They get to splash around in and throw lots of cash at the game. That seems to be CG's focus at the moment. Moreover, I'm just kind of happy that we are seeing positive changes come to the game. This is why it's important when we spot stuff, when we spot little bits of bullshit, little bite-sized bullshit that goes on in the game, that we actually go ahead and try and call it out on it, and maybe do it in at least moderately respectful manner, I guess. I'm not going to pretend like we're always incredibly respectful individuals, are we? We're quite emotionally driven people. I'm not talking about the Galaxy of Heroes community. I am, but not just us. I'm talking about us as the global us. We as humanity, as a society, we are quite emotional. So when with things that do change, we tend to have a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. However, like I said, it's good to see that CG is willing to make changes and make bug fixes where it is necessary, and it's good to see that they are trying to invest in a new growing player base. They see the opportunity that lays ahead of them. With the Mandalorian and Grogu film dropping very, very shortly, I know, 2 months' time? 2.5 months' time, I guess. Not only that, next month we've got Maul Shadow Lord. That's dropping. That's going to see an influx of players to the game, so that's probably why you saw Maul inside of that clip just there. Every little thing like this is all playing into the wider scheme, I feel, that CG is trying to do a reboot of this game, essentially. They're trying to re-kickstart it, give it some life, give it some love, and that requires almost like a dismantling of the current systems that we've got in place. I, for one, am hopeful for the future. I might not like the current monetization methods that they have been employing, but that doesn't mean that it's not good for the game in the long run in terms of being successful. The more people that play this game, the more people that enjoy, and the more people that spend on this game, the better opportunities that lie for this game to improve, to introduce additional game modes and things that we would like to actually see in the future. So, really hoping that Maul Shadow Lord is going to be absolutely kick-ass, and I'm really hoping that the Mandalorian and Grogu film is an utter success. I want to know your thoughts though, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section down below. How are you feeling about the Mandalorian and Grogu film? How are you feeling about the current state of the game and the future prospects that it does hold? Answers on a postcard, please, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.